guys, new day, and I'm presented with the finished byproduct right here. And I happen to actually get really lucky right now. Nobody's in the shop. I think Brody's in there. I think Alex is in there. I'm not really sure where anybody is, which is kind of good because sometimes, although these are my boys, I get a little bit of stage fright on camera. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so I have a story about this very specific truck, and I'm gonna go into the entire depth of the story after I do the reveal. I was gonna pull the truck outside, but it's unfortunately raining, so we're gonna start the reveal in here. Maybe it'll stop raining because Mother Nature always rains on our parade, but that happens to also be a sign of good luck. I'll take it for what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, take a look at Lone Star 2.0. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Lone Star 2.0. Boys and girls, feast your eyes on Lone Star 2.0, a 2022 High Country Duramax dually that's wrapped in santan by a Nosatec by none other than the boys and the fam over at Accelerate Auto. This truck right here came out so unbelievably perfect. I'm actually having a hard time kind of comprehending my words because I sit and I mesmerize the work of art that beeth right in front of me. This thing turned out so unbelievably good. It's like concept to reality, all from right here to right there. We've got a very key characteristic of the headlights I'm going to talk about here in a second, but everything came together so flawlessly, and I have to give the utmost credit to the team. The crazy concept to reality always begins in this brain right here, and I've got the local entourage that just delivers. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, it's kind of obvious, but I always like to give credit where credit's due. I would not be able to do what I do with all of you if it wasn't for this very area that I live in. We've got Peach Bottom Auto Body that always delivers. We've got Brody at Accelerate Auto, of course, which is going to become in part collaborative facade of what's my new business. And I got to give credit to Tyler, although he didn't do anything on this truck. He's done so much on previous trucks, and he's actually got the OBZ as we speak right now. That makes all of this possible. Of course, we've got Lime Ridge Automotive thrown in there as well. They're always finding us the sickest deals on used trucks, although this one right here happens to be brand new from Whitmoyer Auto Group, and I have to say thank you to them as well. And last but not least, Standout Specialties for being Mr. Wheel Deal. They got the hookups on the wheels, and they're local. I love that. They built an absolutely awesome reputation for themselves in the area, and man, they can get us a set whenever we need them. I'm reinforcing the fact that it's all about sharing the wealth and being grateful for the people that you surround yourself with, because it's people that make things possible. Oh my God. All right, so Lone Star 2.0. I absolutely loved Lone Star, which went off as Dream Diesel giveaway number 21. It was just personally one of my favorite trucks, and being that we were honoring somewhat the dually of Ron Burgundy, I wanted to bring back something that really kind of held itself to that same tier, that same caliber, that same place on the pedestal, because Ron Burgundy arguably is one of my favorite dualies ever because it was a classic body style. But then we get into like Sergeant Convict, and they were just absolutely epic in and of their own way. It's just dualies for me tend to really carve out a very special place in the appreciation of diesel trucks, and I've never done one of these, which is the 2020 plus body style, and especially a Chevy. Now I know that we have to get into the GMC. We're definitely going to do one of those in the future, but this one is something to feast your eyes on. So the guys over here got this wrap done, which is likely about a 100-hour job in just 3 days. There was 3 people on it. One guy was helping temporarily, and then we had Ryan. He was really the one driving forward the entire initiative. That whole truck was stripped down by Sean and Corey at Peach Bottom because I don't like to transport parts. Being that locality-wise, they're 20 minutes down south from where I'm standing right now, we actually let them tear down the truck themselves. That way we didn't run the risk of ruining anything in transportation. You get a lot of big parts that we want to make sure we keep better than perfect, so we got to take all that stuff down. I then carted this truck up here where we took on some other miscellaneous disassembly, and then the wrap and color transformation began. We also deleted 100% of the chrome across this truck, from tow hooks to the lower High Country chrome valance. We've got all the chrome pieces here that are all paint matched black. Everything that's on this truck that was once either chrome or black plastic is paint matched to actually match the truck. Mirrors to match the truck. Door handles to match. match. Side step bezels to match. Back step bezels to match. You get the point. And then it comes around to the other miscellaneous components that Sean handled with his team. We got ourselves a very nice light tint on the High Country taillights, as well as the High Country third brake light. Looks fantastic. Coming around to the dually signature characteristics, rear bed lights. We've got our amber up front, red in the back, amber facing forward, red facing back. My CDL guys are gonna know what I'm talking about there. Those are all tinted to the same color as the taillights as well. Now the Santan coordination comes down to the little details. Sensor exterior bezels wrapped with the sensor overlay, and no, that does not trip up the sensor, which is a cool fun fact for anybody that might want to do this in the future. The High Country original copper inserts on the grille wrapped. The Chevy bow tie up front and in the rear wrapped. The actual hood scoop itself wrapped. We've got the chrome trim pieces around the mirrors wrapped to match, and the list goes on and on. Little things like this understep plate. I don't like when that's black because it just looks like unfinished and it carries across this massive black component, whereas right now it actually carries the color across. And all the miscellaneous pieces like these fender flare caps right there, everything has been touched and manipulated to the color of our liking on this rig. Crushed it yet again. Yet another masterpiece in so many ways, shapes, and form. Now, a lot of people on YouTube are like, wait, it hasn't been built in a month because the video schedule. But what you guys need to realize is real time. Brody, what am I filming? Like a week out, typically? About a week. That's just what comes with life, with running not one, but two businesses and all the other things in life. I want to make sure that I'm trying to get you guys the best content possible, and I'm never going to just try and squeeze in a video just to upload something. You got goose pimples? Goose pimples. As I'm making this video, we're actually gearing up to leave for SEMA. You guys are seeing this video on Thursday, and I'll be back first thing Friday morning. I'm gonna get you guys a SEMA upload with a bunch of coverage and showing you guys really what it's actually like to attend SEMA versus just all the builds. We're gonna take you through. We got a whole crew that's gonna be coming out to join us, and it's going to be a ton of fun. So stay tuned to that upload and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. All right, now I somewhat saved the best for last in a sense that it's very different, right? So we've got amber DRL running lights on this thing. Compliments to our boy, none other than Phil at Fast Headlights. I used to do our own headlights in-house, but I realized it's one of those skill sets that you need to have such a precise blade for that if you make one little deviation, it can screw up the whole thing. And these headlights, guys, these headlights right here are not cheap by any means. And it's amazing to work with other small, passionate business owners to enable these creations in front of us. So the entire headlight housing is painted to match the truck. Then we've got the amber DRLs up top and on the bottom. These are the factory brightness as well. They are super bright and they will dim when you go into your headlight setting. Little chrome piece up top painted, and then it clears on the side. I wanted to bring an entire amber light theme other than of course the rock lights to this truck. So we kept the factory ambers in the mirrors and the factory ambers in the cab lights. This thing has an insane road presence and it looks like it's basically gonna snatch your soul. And that brings us to the truck. It's a facade for the connection of like-minded individuals all coming together. And I really think that that's what I love so much more than, yes, we get to build these absolutely fantastic looking vehicles month in and month out with the support of you guys. But at the end of the day, it's the camaraderie, it's the general passion, trust, enthusiasm, and authenticity that these things kind of somewhat become a capstone in summarizing. So look, guys, I don't want to go, but I know that I got a bunch of stuff I got to cover actually before we fly out to SEMA later this afternoon. I also have to go behind mystery door number uno, the only door right there that separates and partitions Accelerate from what is the new business. We've got mechanical contractors back there running airlines, they're running plumbing, they're running gas lines, they're running electric, and man, we are getting invested in this place without a question of a doubt. I also feel like it's a timely opportunity to say that I don't even know when we're gonna be opening for business yet. I wish I did, but I'm still waiting on equipment deliveries, and those deadlines are somewhat tentative at this point in time, so it could be the beginning of December or sometime in January. December is a 2-week month, and I don't really want to rush something good, and if it's not meant to be in December, then we're gonna enjoy it, and we're gonna open up this new chapter in 2023. So that being said, Dream Dealer giveaway number 28 ends November 13th, so if you guys want to grab your entries, Procrastination Nation, your time hasn't begun yet, but it's coming up very, very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and if you like that truck, come on, man, give it a little bit of credit where credit's due, and we'll see y'all in the next upload.